Hello everyone. Welcome to Mrs. Pillai Stories. How are you all doing today? All good? Excellent. The name of the story that I am going to tell you today is called The Pied Piper of Hamelin. Have you heard that story before? Do you like that story? Come and listen to mine. I hope you enjoy it too. Are we ready to open our books and listen to the story? Here it goes. Open the book. Once upon a time, there was a little town called Hamelin. Lots of people lived in that town. It was a lovely little town. One day, a little rat appeared from nowhere. People didn't think of it too much. It's only one rat, they thought. But soon, this one rat turned into 10 rats. Then it was hundreds of them. Then it turned into 1,000, 10,000, 100,000. There you go. The whole town was covered in rats of all sizes, shapes, and colors. Big ones, little ones, thin ones, fat ones, you name it. There was all sorts of rats. They thought of having cats in the house. That would solve the problem. But some of the rats were so big as the cats, so the cats couldn't eat them. That was not a problem solver. So the cats didn't help to solve that problem. So they thought of other ideas. Rat traps. That didn't stop the problem. They tried everything, but nothing could solve their problem to get rid of the rats. They went to the mayor. They said, "You have to help us. We need to find someone who can get rid of all the rats." So the mayor had a council meeting and they all thought what can be done to solve this problem. They came up with a plan. They said, if someone can get rid of all the rats in the town of Hamelin, they will be rewarded with 10 bags of gold coins. They thought someone will come and get rid of the rats. But nobody came. They waited and they waited. But do you know what? One day, a little man appeared from nowhere. He was wearing a pointy hat with a feather on it. He was wearing a multicolored jacket and he had a bag on his shoulder. In his bag, there was a pipe. He came to the mayor and said, "I can solve your problem. I can get rid of all the rats. You promise that you will give me 10 bags of gold coins." Mayor said, "Absolutely, you can have 10 bags of gold coins. I promise." So the Pied Piper took the pipe from his bag and started to play. The music that came out of the pipe was mesmerizing. It had such a magical feel to it. Do you know what happened? All the rats from everywhere started to come out. The Pied Piper played the pipe and started to move towards the jungle. All the rats followed him. The rats from schools, houses, big houses, mansions, from everywhere. They started to follow the Pied Piper. He walked up the hill. The rats followed him. He walked down the hill. The rats followed him. He walked through the valley. The rats followed him. Everywhere he went, the rats followed all the way through. He walked and he walked toward the water's edge. And he started to walk in the big river. He walked and he walked. All the rats followed him. And they drowned until the last one was in the water and drowned. And he made sure there was no more rats behind him. He stopped playing the music and turned around. There was not even a single rat on sight. Every rat in town was drowned in the river. He walked back to town. Everyone was so happy in Hamelin. They jumped with joy. They were so happy. He got rid of the rats. No more rats in town. He asked for his reward. The mayor said, "What? Did I say I'm going to give you 10 bags of coins? I'm sure I said 5. You can have 5 bags of gold coins." The Pied Piper was not happy. He said, "You promised me 10 bags." But the mayor did not budge. He said, "No, I said 5." The Pied Piper felt so sad. He didn't think that the mayor would break his promise. So he went back and then he started to play another music on his pipe. This time it was not the same one as he played for the rats. It was a different one. This music made all the children jump with joy. They danced and they played and they started to follow the Pied Piper. He walked up the hill, the children followed him. He walked down the hill, children followed him. He walked through the valley, children followed him. This time, instead of going to the waterfront, he walked into a cave. He walked in, and the children followed the Pied Piper, followed in and in until the last one entered the cave and the door closed as if it was magic. There was no one. All the children was in the cave except a little girl who couldn't hear anything. He's, she looked back. In front there was no one. She looked back. There was no one there either. She realized what had happened. She walked back to the town and told the mayor what happened. All the children disappeared from the town of Hamelin. Everyone was so sad now. Even if they got rid of the rats, there were no children either. Everyone felt so sad and cross with the mayor who broke the promise. Shall we change the end of the story? Because I know most of the children who listen to my story like happy ending. So Mrs. Pillai is going to change the end of the story. So the mayor called the Pied Piper back and gave all the money that he promised. So the Pied Piper opened the door of the cave and played the pipe again. And all the children, with lots of happiness and rejoice, came out dancing and playing and joined their parents in town. They lived happily ever after. Remember, children, don't break any promises. If somebody said that they will do something, you will have to try your best to do it. Don't break any promises, okay? I hope you enjoyed my story, The Pied Piper of Hamelin. I will see you next time with more of Mrs. Pillai stories. Until next time, see you all soon. Bye-bye and take care.